This video is going to introduce PC Games coaches to the Pro Football Focus data acquisition tool, how to use that tool, and logging into Huddle as well to access the video to be able to do everything within the one browser. So the first thing to do is to open up Google Chrome. This is the browser that our data acquisition tool has been optimized for, so it works better in Google Chrome than it does in either Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox. So this is the preferred web browser to use. You then need to go to, you need to have two tabs open. So first of all, we need to open the data acquisition tool, and you can get the URL, the web address for this from Peter and Andy. So we go there first, and again, your email address is your login as has been used for you, and you can consult with Andy and Peter on the way to set up your preferred password for that account. So we go to log in, and this gets us our access to choose our games from. So for this example, we're going to be looking at the Hall of Fame game for the 2012 season. So that is within pre-season week 1. This drop-down lists everything that you can see for every week. So pre-season week 1 is the Hall of Fame game. The season is 2012, and there we can see we've got access to this game. So if we click on that, and we can see that this is as you will see it for every single game that you go to. You will only be able to see the games that you have access to, and within that you will only be able to see the roles that you have access to. So every week that will be analysis data B for each game. So at this point we are now logged in. We have access to the game. So there's just a couple of more things to note to set us up to be able to be ready to use the data acquisition tool. First of this is that, as we will see in Huddle in a second when I open that up, the video is listed by home and away. So therefore we can use this filter rather than having every play accessible. As you can see, they're all white at the moment. If we filter it just to the home team, then this blacks out the Arizona plays, and we can't select those. We can only select the plays where the Saints, the home team, are on offense, and home and away is a crucial aspect of entering the data here. So we need to be confident and clear on who is the home and away team. And also the other filter that we have up at the top right hand corner of the screen here, we're only concerning PCN are only covering offensive plays. They don't care about special teams plays. So if we enter regular, then this gets rid of the special teams plays as well. So you can only ever click on the offensive plays, which means that you can go in sequence with the plays in the Huddle playlist. So if we open up Huddle now, and again you can get the URL and the logon details from Andy and Peter for our Huddle library. So again, email and password to log in. This will then ask you for a security code, and it will do this intermittently to make sure that you are who you say you are. This will come either by email, as I've just picked up here in my email, or it can come by text message as well. So if I just type in the access code as I've been given it, that was an old access code. So the new access code is this. So this gives me access to our Huddle library now, which, as you can see, is by season. So I've gone to the 2012-13 season, pre-season Hall of Fame game, and I'm looking for the Saints offense and the Cardinals defense. And this now gives me everything. I'm now set up to go. I'm ready to go. I've got the video all set. I've got the data acquisition tool all set, and now I'm just in a position where I need to enter all the grades as I go through. So as we're now at this point, it's now just at the point of entering grades. So everything at the top here, everything under this post snap area that I've just highlighted here, all of this you do not need to edit. This is just here for any reference to you that you anything play information. The only thing that you need to enter is the grades, and the crucial thing here is that you enter them in away and home. So for this game, The nominal home team is the Saints, so you can get the key from New Orleans at the top here. So the away team will always be on the left, the home team will always be on the right. Away, road, if that's clearer description, whatever. So at the top left here, above the list of plays, the away team's always on the left, the home team's always on the right. So always make sure we're on the Saints offense at the moment. So the Saints are always on the right. Cardinals are always on the left, regardless of who's got the ball in this game, because the Saints are the nominal home team. So when you enter the data for a play, you're either going to come to it as the first person to go into the game. Perhaps you're the skill position coach and you're the first person there, so that's fine. So everything's blank at that point. You just enter the grades for the player that you feel as though you need to grade. So if we look at this first play, then for example, as a skill position coach, for this first play, you would perhaps only grade the running back for the dump off here and for evading the cut there. So perhaps you would say that he's a relevant 0 grade. So you would enter 23. That brings up the drop down. Click on that, then come to the grade, and that's that entered. And perhaps that's the only skill position player that you're going to grade on this, because he's the only person relevant to the play. So that's fine. You've entered the grade. 0. Update the play. When you're the first person into the play, and there you go, play updated successfully at the top right hand corner of the screen. When you're the first person into the play, the grading entry is simple. You're the only person, there's no matchups in there for you to create, so you're just grading your player. When it becomes more complex is if you are the second person into the play. At that point, you need to match up the players that you are grading against the players that a different coach has already entered. So if we look at this listed as play 5, because it's play 5 in the game, but it's play 4 for the Saints offense. On this play, on this example play, the defensive coach has already been through. He's already done his grading on this play. He's graded some defensive linemen, he's graded a couple of linebackers as well, and he's graded somebody on the edge as well. So at this point, if you are in the position of being the offensive line coach, all of the players that you wish to grade, you need to go through and match up the grades that you are entering against the defensive player who the offensive line player that you're grading has blocked. So if we look at an example here, then number 92 down here has been blocked by the center. So if we roll this back, 92 is the nose tackle on this play. So if we want to enter a grade for the center, because it's a point of attack block, he has clearly blocked him. The nose tackle's leveraged the ball back. It's a relevant point of attack block that we need to enter. So when we come to enter our grade for the center, in this situation, I'm going to enter him as a 0 grade block. We need to find him and match him up in that scenario. So it's no good just hitting the plus here, which will give you an extra grading line. It's no good just entering 60 down here with a 0, because that will flag as an error, because on the Pro Football Focus side of things, our analysts will have entered things differently. So you need to find the relevant matchup, which for 60 on this play is 92, and that will continue through for the other examples as well. So for example, for the right guard here, 73 working through onto 51, to enter his grade on that play, we need to go and find if 51 has been entered by the defensive coach, which we can see that he has. So again, type in 73, either tab twice, hit the tab button on your keyboard twice, or click on his name, then enter the grade, enter null as the play type, and that's everything entered for that player. If, for example, the offensive line coach wanted to grade 74 on this play, the left tackle, and 93 hadn't been entered, then in that situation, as we can see, 93 is not in here, then you would come down here and have that as a separate line and enter that there. And again, always when we come to the end of the play, the one thing that we absolutely have to do is hit update play, and then we have everything finished for that play. You get play updated successfully, and that moves you automatically on to the next play. So that's just a brief introduction to the functionality of the Pro Football Focus Analysis tool to hopefully give you a grounding in how to use the tool moving forward and get comfortable as we head towards the new season.